Hey fellas, welcome to Friendship Shaving. I bought a new Captain's Choice shaving bowl. I thought I would share it with you today and create a lather. And let's test it out and see how it goes. So it comes, the one I've purchased comes in a gunmetal colour, which is very nice indeed. Very nice on the inside. And you see those little white colourings in the glaze, they are slightly uneven. So there's a bit of texture there when I run my finger around. So that will help make a lather, and we've got these ridges that form these concentric circles, and looks very good indeed. I noticed that the side of the bowl really isn't very high at all. That could be a good thing. We shall see as we go along. And what I particularly like is that this unglazed part here with the ship's wheel or perhaps a compass acts to help your thumb grip the bowl. The bowl fits quite nicely in my hand, and I don't have large hands, so that's good, and it sits very nicely on my palm, as you can see. So got a little bit of soap here. Got my Mr. Murray's Grooming Products, a limited edition version. Oh, it smells lovely, of their Chinese New Year soap, and thought that was appropriate. So I'm just going to take a very little bit of soap out of it. You can see I like this one. I've used it a fair bit. I love the scent. So I'm just going to start rubbing this into the bottom of the bowl and make sure that it's well spread out and there are no big lumps of soap in the bottom. And there we are, guys. I think the soap is spread out quite evenly there. Wipe my finger. Now I've got a synthetic knot in my double duck shaving brush handle. It's a very soft knot, so I thought it would be a good test. And just before I do that, I've got a little measure here. I'm just going to add. That was about a teaspoon of water there. When I add that to the bowl, it seems quite a lot, but that will just soften the soap that is in there. And it means that by the time I get the brush into it, the soap will be nice and wet already. So I'm gonna dampen my brush, but I'm gonna make sure most of the water is out of this brush so that the bristles, or the fibres, I should more correctly say, are just damp rather than wet. I don't want to add too much water, so we'll give that a good squeeze. Now we'll just shake it over the sink there. And I'll see if I can change my sitting position. And I'll just start moving this water around the bowl. Now the soap has disappeared already, and I've got these sort of very light foam that's been created. The soap and the water have entirely disappeared. So I'm just going to work this around and see what happens. I'm not pressing, I'm just moving this foamy lather just around the bowl and trying to get some of the air out of it. There we are, we'll do a bit of back and forth across those ridges. And I've found that when I make a lather like this and I add a lot of water all at once, it really takes a bit of working. So I'm just going to continue to do that, but you can see perhaps that there's a fair bit of lather in the bowl, and what's really nice is that this curve on the inside of the bowl is just bringing the lather up and back in. It's not just coming over the top. I did wonder that the bowl might be a bit short on the sides, but it doesn't appear to be. So now I'm pressing in and I've splayed the brush. And every time the lather gets right up to the top, I'm just going back in on top of it with my brush. And that, guys, right there, I think is a very nice lather. Very difficult to get the correct angle, fellas, without wearing the camera on my forehead and standing above the sink. But look, that's how much lather I've got. It looks quite light, but I've got sort of soft peaks coming off it. Let's try that on my hand. There we are, guys. I think that's okay. Not bad for my first attempt with the new Captain's Choice bowl. I like it, guys. I'm hoping that I won't break the sink with this one, as I have done with a previous ceramic bowl. So fingers crossed for me. Take care of yourselves, and I shall see you in about a week for what will be the first shave of the new year. Until I see you, look after yourselves, and guys, I'll see you next year. Bye-bye now.